Look at this. You're here and I'm pleased because I sure did miss your company. Welcome to the Just Saying podcast with me, Danny. Let's be serious for a quick second. October, although it is the beginning of autumn, and we know I love that, and although it is also for some people time for Halloween, and a lot of us, like that, it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And I know I have some people in my family who have survived breast cancer. I also have some people in my family who have not. And, I just want to encourage you, if you are 40 and over, to make sure that you go and at least schedule your mammogram. If you aren't able to get it in the month of October, get you a mammogram. I have a few friends who have been diagnosed recently, and I also have some friends who have had their own scares of breast cancer. It is a very serious condition that can also, for some people, be survived. So you guys, make sure you schedule those mammograms. Go get those boobs smashed so that you can get them checked out. It's better to know and get to working on it than to not know and have a bunch of people saying all of a sudden, she wasn't here. So put your pink on, celebrate your people. If you know people who have survived, celebrate them. Let them know you're glad that they're still here. And if you know people who are going through that process, call and ask them, what can you do for them right now? Sometimes people just want you to just come sit at their house. Sometimes people need help with cleaning their house. Sometimes people need help with, managing their hair. Sometimes people need help with grocery shopping, cooking appropriate meals for them. It's a lot to have to handle on your own. So if you're able to do so, do that. And I know one of my friends is making like a basket for this month, so maybe you can do that. But there's many ways that you can help. There's walks that are raising money for breast cancer awareness. If you join a walk, that also is help, like a 5K or something like that. You can also go online yourself and collect items that may be needed. Some women would like new wigs. Some women would like cute bonnets, cute hair scarves, cute hats. Sometimes people who lose their hair, not everybody does, but women who do lose their hair would like, cute hats and bonnets and things. If you crochet, make some hats and give them out. That's cute, especially for the wintertime. Either way, let's be mindful of our health, and let's not play around. Get your mammograms, especially if you are 40 and over, or if you have a history of breast cancer in your family. It is imperative. And y'all already know I'm going to tell y'all to drink y'all water. Danny, where have you been, girl? Well, let me tell y'all that I don't know what's going on. They're putting a whole new gas line or something in on my street, and it is loud. It's been loud for the past 2 weeks. That the times when I can record, they just out here digging up the ground. This is the quietest it's been in 2 weeks around here. And because we don't do this at no studio. Y'all don't pay me no money. So we can't do this at no studio. We right here at the house. But when I do it, typically I'm doing it at a time when ain't nobody else, around, because everybody else already at work. Because y'all know I work late. Okay? But these ignorant people done been outside. When I tell y'all my yard it ain't even a yard no more. They done dug it up. It's holes everywhere. They just be putting down this little cheap piece of wood that I feel like I'm gonna fall through every time I walk out there to go to work. Like, it's bad, y'all. But I figure since this seems like a quiet time, let's do a little bit of catch up. We got to talk about this challenge that I put forth. So this one is, to me, it seems like it would be, fairly simple. But it's also emotional, so be prepared for that, okay? Did it cost you any money? I keep telling people it costs you maybe about $5, and that $5 does not come to me. You don't send $5 to me. Don't stop listening right here. Keep rolling. What you need the money for is you have to buy a poster board. Now I have two because I needed more than one. It just is. But you need at least one poster board. You need a Sharpie or a marker or a pen, a colored pencil, something that's really going to you be able to see it. And then you need some tape because you want to tape this up somewhere where you can see it. Don't put it in your bedroom. I say don't put it in your bedroom because I feel like you could just walk past it then and be like, I'll get to it when I get up or whatever. Put it in your dining room. Put it in your kitchen. Put it in your hallway. Mine is in the space between my living room and my dining room. There's like a wall right there. It's on that wall, okay? The challenge is called Words I Needed to Hear. Let me give you the background. Last month, there was a day when I really was low, like super low. Like I was about to have to call somebody to help dig me out. Okay. And there were lots of negative thoughts in my head and I wanted them out. So what I did was I had poster board because I tend to have some, I don't know why, but I've had a couple of pieces of poster board just at the house. So I pulled out this piece of poster board. I put it up on my wall and I just wrote on it, nobody's coming to save you. And then I wrote all of the mean things that were in my head. Most had been said to me in that past month. And I just wanted to get them out. I wanted them to no longer speak to me. So I wrote all this stuff down about, something. I wasn't writing why. I just was writing what I heard and what was in my head, what was said to me. I was just writing them down. Not even really lists, like just randomly on this poster board. And I felt like I could breathe a little bit. But I said, this ain't enough. So I don't want to keep with me words that were said. What I want is, what did I want to hear in that moment? And that's what led me to this Words I Needed to Hear challenge. In the moments, those moments where you felt like you weren't celebrated, when you weren't loved, when you weren't honored, what did you need to hear? And then put those down. I did that. Now, I shared on social media the other day that one of my entries or one of my writings on the poster was that you all been here with me, I'm a mother of 5, okay? And so because I'm a mother of 5, and I had these children very young. I had my last child, I think I was 24 years old. Yes, my 5th child, I was 24, okay? I had my first one, I was 17. By the time I was 24, I was on baby number 5. I actually was on baby number 6, but one of them ain't show up. The Lord wanted them more. So after I got pregnant with the second one, anytime anybody knew that I was pregnant or that I had just had a baby, all I ever heard was, dang, how many more you gonna have? Oh, I hope you stopping now. You didn't had enough? Is that it? All of that. I never got congratulations. I never got, is there anything I could do to help? I never got, this must be hard, that, having so many kids young. I never got, do you need any help? I never got any of those words. So what I did was I wrote them to myself. Congratulations on that baby. Can I help you? Do you need rest? those are the things that I needed to hear, so I gave them to myself. And I'm challenging you to, instead of constantly going off of what you heard, feed yourself what you needed to hear. In any moments, on any days. Go back as far as you want to. Grab you up 6 poster boards if you need to. That's fine. But don't put anything negative on the board. It only can be what you needed to hear in the moments when you didn't get what you needed. Give them to yourself. This challenge for me has been very... what's the word? Freeing. It's been very freeing. There was another time, I'll give you another example so I can help you, direct where you were. There was another time when I was younger and my parents were breaking up. My parents had divorced. And because my parents had divorced, there was a moment when I guess the divorce was about to get ugly, or I'm not really sure, honestly, what was going on, because we were kids, and from a child's perspective, you see things one way and it may be another way. And I can't ask my parents. If you've been riding with me, my dad had 3 strokes and that man can't talk. And my mom had COVID, and COVID caused her to lose her brain function, and my mom now is a dementia patient, and she can't have a conversation with me about anything current or past or anything. So I can't ask my parents what really happened. I can only go off of what I remember. But I do remember in that time, there was a time when they kept talking about sending my brother to live with my uncle because they wanted to kind of shield him and save him. Okay. And my brother was, I want to say he might have been 11, and my brother might have been 12, and I was 15. And there was like a big meeting. My mom went to my paternal family's house. They had this conversation about sending my brother to go be in it was a whole nother state. He was going to another state to live with my uncle. My dad was on drugs at the time, so he couldn't take him, and they were trying to, give him some male guidance, I suppose. I'm not really sure. Again, I'm not sure of the details because I was 15 and nobody was going in depth with me. But I remember after they talked about, this powwow about where my brother was going, I was waiting for them to then talk about where I was going to go. And I'm like, yeah, they about to, tell me how they going to put me in safety and security right quick and what we going to do. And that conversation never happened. So when we left, it was me and my mother, because I was with my mother at this point. And we left, and I said, where am I going? And my mom was like, for what? And I said, well, y'all said y'all was sending, my brother to go do, saving him and, whatever. And she was just like, girl, ain't nobody think about you. And in that moment, that is not what I needed to hear. I needed somebody to say, you're worth saving too. So I had to write that on my board. You're worth saving too. You're worth it. We will save you. We want you safe. And so I wrote all of those on the board because I needed that. For years, I found myself in spaces where I was connecting myself with people I could tell also did not care about my safety. And I don't mean physical safety, but an emotional safety. And I found myself in a lot of spaces where people did not care about my emotional safety and would sometimes do things that they knew would not make me feel emotionally secure and still, do them anyway. And then me looking at me like, girl, nobody think about you. And I know a lot of times I chose people who would do that because I knew how to function in that. And I didn't really know how to function in spaces where people wanted me to be safe. I've changed my mind on that. Thank the Lord. But at the time, that's what I needed. So we're going to go ahead on and work with this words I needed to hear challenge by getting your poster board, getting your Sharpie, your marker, your color pencil. It could be any colors you want. Y'all do this how you feel. But write up on there and make sure you're doing this daily. If you just need to take a session and get it all out, do that. And I feel like you need at least a week's worth of getting this done. The challenge for me is a good week, but it don't have to be a week for you. You could continue as long as you want to, right? Don't stick with what you heard. Tell yourself what you needed to hear. Be honest about that, because I think and I'm feeling like it will empower us to then speak up and say it. If I keep on telling myself what I need to hear, I'm going to start telling other people, that's not really what I need to hear right now. What I need to hear is anything positive you got for me. If you don't have anything positive for me, please don't talk to me. Because that's the space that, like I said, intentional. I'm being intentional about the space that I'm allowing people to create for me to walk into. If the space don't feel safe, if it's not good, I'm not going to be there this year. I'm done with it. So will you join me on my challenge or not? If you do, I would love for you to tag me on social media at itsmedanni. I would love for you to use the hashtags words I needed to hear so that I could see the things y'all doing, right? Let me know things that y'all are, what are some scenarios of things you're going to give to yourself. What words are you going to give to yourself? I love to see people celebrate themselves. So anytime you celebrating you, as long as it's not supposed to be in the name of me, celebrate yourself and let me see how you doing it. So let's go with those words I needed to hear challenge. Now, I know it's big news. Y'all be wondering, what am I watching on TV? So first of all, y'all know that the writer's strike is coming to an end, so we might be getting ready to get some new stuff going on. But I think they're waiting for it. There were 2 different entities striking. I think one has settled. The other one has not yet, as far as I know. So we're still waiting for a little bit more. But I think that more things are coming back. But there are a lot of shows that have just started. I ain't got time to watch all the stuff. But in the I don't know what phrase I'm trying to use. So to try to, celebrate Halloween. I know some of y'all so churchy. Y'all don't celebrate Halloween. That's your house. You can't dictate what happens at mine. I tried to watch some of the Halloween movies that I've never seen. So, for example, I've never seen Hocus Pocus. I know y'all like, what? Bette Midler? How you never? I just never saw it. When I was growing up, my mom was into Rocky Horror Picture Show, so I watched Rocky Horror Picture Show, but I've never seen Hocus Pocus. So this past weekend, my 2 daughters and my grandson came over so we could have kind of like a pre-Halloween party with just us. We dressed up in onesies and stuff. That's on the internet too. We decided, let's watch some stuff. So I tried to watch Hocus Pocus. Couldn't get in, child. I think the moment has passed. And then we watched The Nightmare Before Christmas, which I think is a cute little movie. It has a great point. A lot of times the kid movies do have great points that if you really pay attention, you can learn from. My plan is to watch Coraline because I've never seen Coraline either. And so those are the things that I'm trying to watch. When I come home, no lie, y'all, I just throw on the Great British Bake Off or baking show on Netflix, and that's what I watch. I'm obsessed. I really am. I don't think I talk about the fact that I watch the Great British Baking Show enough. I could never go on there. I'm not that creative. I know how to make some things, but I'm not that creative. But I love to watch these people in a healthy competition. Watch some stuff. I have not been able to get down with Tubi. I know some of y'all is like, how you not watching Down in the D? I'm not. I tried it. I can't. I'm not trying to watch any of these other Tyler Perry-esque movies on Tubi either. They just not for me. Not in this time in my life, I don't think. I'm not judging anybody who does, but I can't. I watch a lot of YouTube. To be honest with y'all, and I know I never told y'all this, but I watch a lot of battle rap. I am obsessed. I've been watching battle rap for about a good 10 years on YouTube and Caffeine. Those are the only two places I watch it because I don't pay for any sites because I don't have money like that. But I watch a lot of battle rap. I love wordplay. I really like wordplay, and battle rap is one of those places where you can get wordplay for free and you can get women doing it because I watch female battle rap. Remy Ma, from Lean Back, or I'm Conceited, I Got a Reason, which is my daily anthem. I listen to that every morning or every day before I go to work. I look too good to be feeling it. Like, I love I'm Conceited, I Got a Reason, because why not? Why can't I feel good? Anyway, Remy Ma started a battle league herself. It's called Chrome 22. You could look it up on YouTube. I watch a lot of battle rap, female battle rap. I've been following a lot of the battle rappers since battle rap has started to be known on YouTube. Not saying that was the beginning, but when they started to do Queen of the Ring, which was started by Babs. Remember the band with Diddy, and they had the one female rapper, and her name was Babs? Okay, so if you ever wonder where Babs went to, Babs has a female battle rap league called Queen of the Ring. After Queen of the Ring, a lot of the women went to a couple of different places, and there are a couple of different battle rap leagues. I'm not going to go all into them, but now there is also Remy Ma who does Chrome 22. And if y'all wondering why Remy Ma does Chrome 22, is because Remy Ma came from battle rap. She was a battle rapper out in the streets of New York. That's where she started. That's where people first knew her from. And so she back to her roots. And I think it's a good look for her. So yes, that's what I watch mostly. If you really want to know, if you really want to keep it a bean, a stat, 100, whatever, that's what I watch. Battle rap, YouTube, Great British Baking Show. But I am going to try to watch some Halloween movies. So if y'all got some classic Halloween movies that I should watch that ain't real scary, because I'm not about to watch scary. I can't watch scary movies, y'all. I can't watch scary movies because then I need all the lights on in my house, and who gonna keep checking the door for me to make sure ain't nobody in here? Because I'm scared, and my dog, she sleep right now. She sleep right now, and they tearing up outside. So she don't care. So I can't watch anything that's super scary, but if it's a little bit of something, I told myself that I was going to try to watch Us again. I saw Us at the movie theater. It's out on one of the streaming sites. Can't remember which one, but it's out on one of the streaming sites. And I said, I wonder if I will watch Us again, because it was kind of scary, creepy-ish. But I saw it in the theaters and I never visited again. So we'll see. But I don't know what I'm looking forward to watching. They said that there's one, Little Rail Howard, Lil Rel Howard. He was the dude from Get Out, the friend from Get Out. He had his own TV show for a quick hot second. He's a comedian. I think he's funny. And he's a cute little pudgy dude. I like him. Lil Rel he does something else recently too that I feel like I should be able to know, but I can't remember. And so he has a show on Hulu that I think I'm going to watch. I think that is, I'm going to try to watch. I believe that it's supposed to be in that scary suspense type genre. So I'm going to try to get to that within the week so I can tell y'all whether or not it's worth watching or not. So if it's episodes, I promise you, I'll probably only gonna make one. But I will try to get to it. And then there's something else that I wanted to watch. There's a girl that I follow on TikTok, and she always tells, a black woman, and she always tells me what's new, what's current, what's happening on the streaming sites or on TV and when they're coming out and all this type of thing. So I like her. Her name is Jocelyn, but she goes by Jock. And she's a cute woman who, talks about the TV shows. And I always, try to see if I could at least start something with her that she suggests. And we, have a little bit of banter online about shows. So we'll see if I can start something new. I would like to start something new, like something current. But I do want to watch the Halloween things. If there's something that y'all can suggest that's not too scary, y'all know, you go ahead on and you can either DM me in my Instagram, which is in the show notes again, right there in the details, or you can email me at JusSayinpodcast.com. It's spelled just like the title, JusSayinpodcast.com. At gmail.com. You can email me there and let me know what Halloween movies you are trying to do, or what Halloween things, Halloween activities you got going on, because I'm interested in what y'all got going on too. Anyway, that's it, guys, on what I'm watching. What y'all see on TV that's good? Until I met this girl who turned the tables around, I can't figure it out. Why I'm so caught up, got me feeling it, caught up. I don't know what it is, but she really got me tripping. I'm so... Y'all already know I can't sing. Judge somebody else. It's almost my birthday. I could do whatever I want. You don't got the call. It's okay, girl. 'Cause I'ma be alright tonight. Gonna boogie tonight. 'Cause I'm honestly too young of a guy to stay home waiting for love. So tonight, gonna do what every single man does. Y'all, Usher is coming to the Super Bowl. I never watch football. I never watch football, but I do watch a good Super Bowl. And this year they didn't announce that Usher was the man. Okay, what y'all think he gonna start with? After the night, don't leave your girl around me, true player for real, as my Pharrell. Y'all, what y'all think he gonna do? What y'all think he gonna do? How he gonna open the show? Now, I've never seen Usher live, and that's one of the things. If anybody want to gift me with some tickets to the concert in Vegas, I'll get my own flight and hotel if y'all want to pay for the ticket. Let me know. Okay, my birthday coming up. If you feeling friendly, generous. So, but I do know some people who have gone and they like, it is an experience, okay? Beyonce was supposed to come to my city. She canceled, pulled out. We didn't get Beyonce here. Was I ready to go? Yeah. She canceled. Y'all can get y'all ticket money back because I'm not coming there. I don't know what happened, but she canceled on us. So I was like, I did see Janet Jackson this year. I want to see Usher. But it looked like maybe the closest I might get is to the Super Bowl. So Usher's coming to the Super Bowl, y'all. I think it's so dope. Now, I've been listening to a couple of other podcasts and other people talking about it. And somebody made a great point that we have been seeing Usher a lot in the last year or two, right? And it kind of felt like this made sense. That all the Usher that we've been seeing was about the campaign for the Super Bowl, or could have been about the campaign for the Super Bowl, right? We seen Usher do some songs with some of the new up-and-coming artists. We've seen Usher everywhere skating around, with the smooth, I done been around the world, I done kissed a lot of girls, so I'm guessing that is true. Y'all, I can't help, I'm sorry. Like, every time I think about it, I was like, I wanted just to... dollars ain't nobody kissing like you. What's the word? Don't nobody kiss it like you. Don't nobody kiss it like you. Bang, bang, bang. Okay, like it's 5 in the morning, 'cause she's rolling and she's baking steak and eggs. Y'all think you're gonna do that one? What songs? Like, I'm excited. Ask me when the Super Bowl is. I don't know. The devil is a lie. I don't know. Like, I don't even know when the Super Bowl is, but I'm very excited for the show. This is like, for me, it's just kind of like, when they do the award shows, like I said before, and they put my legacy act on, and I'm like, I'm out here. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, 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 yeah. Like, I'm excited. She like it my way, my way. She can't satisfy her needs. She keep running back to see me do it my way, my way. What I say goes. Y'all, I can't sing, so what? I'm celebrating. It's almost my birthday. I could be off key on every one of these songs if I want to. If y'all hear any sound, they doing mad construction right outside, because they rude. They know I'm recording. Like, what's going on? Anyway, I'm excited about it. I hope y'all are too. I'm sure it's going to be a good show. If he don't show up with the skates, what we going to get? I think that, we had the Rihanna last year, and she couldn't give us but so much because she was pregnant. And then I believe the year before that was when we had the West Coast collaborative. And that's cool, but those artists don't really like move and groove with you or whatever. But this one, and one of the things that I really like, because I was listening to the Kev on Stage podcast, and they were making a list of songs that they thought should be on the set list. And I think they get between 11 and 14 minutes to do the show. That's all they get, y'all. I know y'all be wanting more, but that's why a lot of times we don't get all of what we think we're going to get, because it's not even a full 15 minutes of halftime show. But they were doing their set list of what they thought that he would cover. And that chick Angel is his co-host on the show. If y'all don't know her, she's been on a couple of TV shows. She's also the one that did "Give Me One Margarita, I'ma Open My Legs." Like, give me 2 margaritas, I'ma give you some head. Give me 3 margaritas, have y'all heard that song? That's my jam. If y'all ain't heard that song, look it up. Give me one. I think it's called One Margarita is what it's called, but I'm not sure. That chick Angel is who it's by. It's a bop. If you in the same kind of mood as me, because who I am is, I am neo soul and R&B, but I'm also ratchet music in my heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel that too. And so, sometimes you got to give me a good "once upon a time not long ago, I was out. And I'm in it." Like, that's me. So, anyway, that chick Angel is his co-host, Kev on Stage co-host, and they were trying to do a list of what they thought would be the set list for the Super Bowl for Usher. And that chick Angel was saying, he got to cover some of these songs because he got to cover them and make sure that, he gets his crossover audience or his white audience. And Kevin on Stage made me very happy when he said, when the Rolling Stones or Bon Jovi or what's my man's name, Bruce Springsteen or any of them come out to do their Super Bowl show, they don't be worried about, let me make sure I cover the black audience. Why do our black artists have to make sure they cover the songs that the white people like? Just do the set that's going to make the people who made you famous like. Do that one. And if white people know some of the songs, great. If they don't, okay. Anyway, that's how I feel about it. I hope that Usher does the set list right, but I don't see how they not going to curate this thing correctly. Usher got so many songs. He been in the game for doing my thing and career forgets my career, right? That's what he said in the song. I'm the kind of brother that been doing it my way, getting my way for years in my career. That's what he said, y'all. So he's been doing it his own way. Okay, she like it his way. I like it his way. You like it Usher's way? Anyway, make sure y'all tuning in. Now, what I believe is that the Super Bowl come on sometime in February. I believe it's usually around my daughter's birthday, somewhere around Groundhog's Day. And that's the beginning of February. So it's somewhere around the beginning of February, like the first, second week in February. I don't know. Look it up. I did not. So don't look for me to tell you. But Super Bowl's coming. Usher gonna do it. Who y'all think gonna come out? Y'all think Usher and Luda gonna do it again? Y'all think that they gonna get the Usher, Luda, Lil Jon, Lovers and Friends? Again, you think he gonna bring out Alicia Keys there? My boo. Do you think that he's gonna bring out any of the new artists that he's been with? Who y'all think gonna come out? Y'all think Keke Palmer gonna dance with him on the stage with Boyfriend? Somebody said that your boyfriend's looking for me. That's cool. Yeah, y'all think he gonna do that one? Well, you should know that I'm easy to find. Just look for me wherever he see you. Okay, did y'all know that one? That's new. Okay, that's my jam too. That's the one Keke Palmer's in. Y'all know the little Keke Palmer, Usher, baby daddy drama that was going on. That don't mean nothing, because from what I understand, Keke Palmer's still with that band. So we all played, but I'm looking forward to it. I don't know who he's going to bring out. There's a couple people he could bring out, and people was like, is he going to bring out Justin Bieber? Because he kind of discovered Justin Bieber. Is he going to bring out Diddy? Because Diddy discovered him. Is him and Jermaine Dupri going to be on the stage together? Because he was living with Jermaine Dupri for years. Like, we don't know. Usher could do the whole thing by himself. I know he's had a couple of people on his show. T.I. was out there rapping with him on the, at the at the residency. Who knows? It's many options. Usher been out here for a long time. But I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great show. I can't see how it wouldn't be. A person who still has a residency, I can't see how they can't put together a halftime show. So get your skates ready and get your knees ready, because it's going to be time to dance. When Usher show up, it's a dance party. So get ready. I'm excited. How about you? In 2021, Will Smith came out with his autobiography, Will. And I downloaded it on Audible. It was amazing. It was a full production. I don't know who did it, who produced that, but it was a full production. And then also what he was talking about in there was really good. I enjoyed it. If you've been here, you guys know that I kind of championed the presentation of the relationship that they showed us on the internet. I kind of like Will Smith as the person that I see on the internet. And I rode for, like I said, whatever they told us was the relationship that they had. And what I got from it was that, based off of basically his book and their Red Table Talk, what I got was that they have a partnership, not so much a relationship, and that they're going to stick together through thick and thin. And, but they kind of have what I assumed was an open relationship, meaning that they could date and do and be and see and do how they please. But at the end of the day, that's my wife, that's my husband. And if we need be, we will become that united front. Well, today, Jada announced that she wrote her book, Worthy, is coming out. Now, I saw a promo for this a while ago, because I believe it was on one of Will's pages on the internet, or somebody's internet page. They had showed her book arriving, and she was showing like the cover of the book and whatnot. So I knew the book was coming. But just like everybody else, she went on, I think it was the Today Show and Jada, and spoke about some aspects of her relationship with Will. The internet is kind of going crazy about it. It's a lot of people saying they don't care, but using their creative spaces to talk about something that they claim they don't care about, which is just nonsense. We all do care, because this couple seems very messy, and when there's mess, people will be attracted to it. So for people to be like, I don't care. I never talk about things I don't care about. I never address things I don't care about. I don't look at, I don't read, I don't talk, I don't make creations about it. I don't make posts, any of that stuff about things that I do not care about. So people do care. Here's the situation. Jada told Hoda on the Today Show that it's very interesting that Hoda was the person that got that interview. How come Gail didn't get that interview? Is Gail on the Today Show? I don't know. Anyway, I feel like Hoda was a very interesting person to have the interview with, but I guess we could talk about that too at another time. Anyway, Jada goes on, and one of the segments, one of the clips that's been floating is that she said that her and Will have not been I'm going to say quote unquote traditional couple since 2016, that they have been separated since 2016. I want to say that I am not shocked by this. I looked it up, and I believe that the entanglement was 2016, and I don't know. I don't know if that was their agreement came before that or if it came after that. Y'all gonna get a little bit of humming because I'm cold. None told y'all I don't be cold. I don't do cold. I don't be cold. Whatever. Okay, so I don't know if that happened before or after the entanglement with August. But she has said that they've been separated since 2016. So for the past 7 years, they have not been a couple. I want to say that they've co-parented and that they've collaborated. Clearly, we've seen them on the red carpet a time or two, because I guess when you show up for your husband or you show up for your wife, you just show up for your husband or you show up for your wife. Lots of people are acting like this is some kind of new thing. My grandma and my granddad were married till the day my granddad passed, but my granddad never lived in the house with my grandma the whole time I was alive. And when my grandfather passed, I was late 20s. I was almost 30. So for the full 30 years of my life, my granddad never lived in my grandparents' house. My grandma lived in that house. Their children lived in that house. My granddad lived down the street in somebody else's house, but that was still his wife. That was still his wife. I know that, I believe, my uncle, he was married to his wife, but I don't want to give their specifics because they're both alive, but he was married to, I think his first wife is deceased. Either way, my uncle was married to somebody, and I believe that they had an understanding at one point, and he had another person that he, dealt with, but they were still married for years. I know other people who moms and dads be married, but that man don't never be around. They don't never be around. It's not a new concept, is what I'm saying. It is not a new concept. And it can't just be Jada and Will and then my grandma and granddad. Like, I'm not trying to hear that. It's many of y'all. Y'all know people like this. Y'all know people who just won't get the divorce. And you be like, why y'all don't just get the divorce? And they just be sitting around like, I really don't feel like dealing with it. Like, there's a lot of people who do that. So to seem like that is outrageous is crazy. I saw somebody else being like, why would she say it now? Well, because now is when the book comes out. Let me tell you, if I was married to Will Smith and Will Smith put out a book, at some point I'd feel like it's time for me to do so too. It's time for me to tell my story too. Because part of Will's story, and a good deal of Will's story, was including her, because that was his wife, is his wife. So if you're going to tell the story from your perspective, at some point I, as a celebrity in my own right, should be able to tell my story and put you in, so that I can put my point of view in it. Because we could be living in the same house. That don't mean we're looking at the same picture. And I think I've talked about this before, but like when it comes to siblings, when you have children, or if you are a sibling, everybody don't see the same events the same way. You don't see your parents the same way. You don't see your grandparents the same way. You don't even see your siblings the same way, because everybody approaches everybody differently. So if I'm talking, if the husband is talking about that relationship, that can't be the only way that relationship is viewed. She gonna talk about it too. And I'm sure that we got some Tupacs in there, and I'm glad that wasn't what we was talking about today. But while we talking about Tupac, and I had this disagreement with my friend, but let me just tell you, I am disappointed in Will Smith, in that Jada has been the villain all of this time, making it look like she embarrassing him, when he has been a willing participant in the relationship that they got going on, that they have been presenting to the world that wasn't even true. And making it seem like she is just, throwing Tupac in his face and disrespecting. When Tupac's birthday or the anniversary of his death comes up, and all of the internet puts up pictures and videos and photos of the man that they don't even know, the woman who clearly seems like is in love with him should be able to do so as well. Especially if for the last 6 years I've been a quote unquote single woman doing my own thing. Just because the world think that I'm married to this man, at some point I would like for that man to come to my side and tell the internet, leave her alone. I don't have a problem with what she's putting up. I guess maybe because we didn't see him going on the internet talking like Kiki's baby daddy, we just assumed that he did have a problem with it. Now I didn't. I always kind of just felt like, so it's his birthday. It's a whole bunch of Tupac stuff going up. I don't know why hers is worse. What I will say is that my friend said that at some point she told Willow that Tupac was her dad, and I just feel like that's too far. But I do feel like the two of them got a little bit of off the mark in them that they need maybe some kind of coaching about. But will I listen to this book? Because I just saw that it was on Audible. I probably will, only because I listen to Will's. I'll probably listen to Jada's, and then see what kind of opinion I have about them afterwards, hearing both sides of a tale. I'm sure that there's more in the book. I hope that there's not too much on the Tupac, because we get it. I think that now that the book is out, and now that we know that they have been separated for all these years, now is the time to go hit on and take us out the group chat. We get it. You all are going to stay together. We're going to see y'all with other people. I assume this is coming out because the two of y'all are tired of hiding the people y'all love from the world, and the world from the people y'all love. I don't know, Aubrey Graham style. But I think this is time. It's time now to go on ahead and take us out the group chat. Shout out to Tiana Taylor. And we don't need to know no more. Whatever these books have put out and y'all have already put out, we don't need to know no more. Y'all, I'm sure that everything that has been said by now is enough, unless one of y'all's coming out with a scandal or somebody used to put their hands on the other one. I don't know. But I do not now, and have I never felt sorry for Will and his relationship with Jada, because if you listen to Will's book, or if you read Will's book, you know that Will just likes to romanticize being married, and that he will stick with Jada to the end because that's a person who feeds into that enough, okay? And I just think that Jada romanticizes a relationship she believes could have happened with Tupac that never could, and never did. So, that's how they get down. Okay, whatever. Let's just go from here. We should, as a public, be taken out of, they need to go, you know what they need to do? They need to go over to Jay-Z and Beyonce house, and ask them how they, keep the hell quiet. Because that's the level that they need to be on now. They need to be on a keep the hell quiet from here on out. Here and now, I promise to love. That song just came up, okay? I don't know. But from here on out, we don't need to hear no more stuff. Somebody call them and tell them to take their phones, because we don't need to see or hear no more about them as a couple, situationship, relationship, anything they doing personally. I'm interested because, I still feel like separately they are two black people I'm interested in. But I don't care to hear any more about their relationship. So the fantasy relationship that they sold me a while ago, I still rock with that. I still feel like that might be the kind of relationship I want. But clearly it's not doable because they not even doing it. But I think that might be the kind of relationship I got. Moving on. Are y'all gonna read the book or no? The other day I posted on the internet, I posted a question asking, how do you end a lifelong or a childhood friendship? And it was very interesting to me because I got a lot of responses, but the majority of the responses all responded as though there was like some kind of devastation, and people was like, oh, I just ghost them, oh, if they not gonna pay me back. And I was just reading them like, oh my gosh, like it was sad that so many people only see that relationships can end because people have wronged them in some way. But when I was thinking about it in terms of, what if you were friends with somebody from middle school, high school, and you all still consider yourself friends today? However, you don't have many things in common today. You have a lot of common memories, and you could go back and be like, oh, remember that time. But everything you do present day, they don't align. And I was saying this because I have a friend of mine who will tell you 100 times over that somebody is one of their closest friends. But they don't have anything in common today. One person is a higher up in corporate. The other person is a hourly paid person who, sometimes works shifts. They don't even have, a steady 9 to 5 schedule. And I'm not saying that those two people can't be friends, but I'm just giving you the contrast in their lives, okay? One person is a person who does international travel. The other person literally never leaves their city. They sometimes even are, again, it's like traveling from one side of the city to the other side of the city. Like they just were like, oh, I'll never go over there type of thing. Okay. One person purchased a home. The other person is, barely making it in their thing. And I know a lot of this sounds like, well, it's financial, but let me give you some more things. One person is a person who likes to, bar hop. The other person is a person who only wants to, go to concerts. They don't go to bars, but the bar person is like, oh, concerts aren't my thing. I don't like that. I don't want to go to concerts. I don't want to do that thing. One person has multiple children. The other person only has one child. One person has been married. The other person has never been married. It's a lot of things that don't mesh, right? And so when they talk present day, they don't talk about anything except for maybe bad relationships. So we can both call each other and complain about a boyfriend that we have or a husband that we've had. But other than that, they don't talk about anything. And one day my friend was saying, like, every time I call her, she has an attitude. Anytime I say anything that I've done or anything that I'm doing, she has an attitude. And I've invited her. One person lives in one city. They don't even live in the same city, okay? They don't live in the same state. So she would say, if I invite her to come, hang out with me, the other one is like, I'm not coming there. I don't like that city. They never been there, but they just like, I don't like that city. It's not for me, all of that. But they're thinking, even if they come, I really don't know what we would do, because the things that I say that I do, they don't seem interested in. One person is really, 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 really about health. The other one is really, really, really not about health issues, like, that type of thing. So it's just like they don't have a lot of things in common. And I have been saying, maybe you guys aren't present day friends. Maybe you're just more like memory friends. I don't know if these things are real things. I think I'm starting to make them up. I'm probably going to write a book because I think sometimes we hold on to people because they share some memories from high school or elementary school or right out of high school or, when we first got to college, but we don't share anything in common now. We're not creating new memories. We've hit a line and we don't go past that. And I was saying, why do you feel the need to continue to hold on to this person when you guys aren't creating anything new now? Most of what is happening is the two of y'all are disappointing each other because you're not really connecting. And so we were having these conversations about, well, how do you end a friendship that you've had before, but there was no devastations. There are no, big arguments. Neither one of them are really mad at each other. They just aren't people that if they came into contact with one another today, they would not befriend each other. Because it would be very wild that they would come into contact with each other, number one, and then like the happenstance that they would, because they're not meeting at the gym. They don't both have that in common. They're not meeting at functions because they don't have the same interests. They wouldn't meet at, like a family night or a game night because they don't have those type of interests in common. So it's just like, well, where would y'all meet? Y'all might only bump into each other at like the grocery store or something like that. And most people don't start making friends with people they met in the grocery store line. So my question again is, how do you think that friendship should end? Now, here's me. I did have a person that I thought, if I go deeper into it, I could admit that we probably weren't ever really friends. We had a lot of trauma bonds, right? And once the trauma bonds were no longer there, we didn't have nothing to talk about. We came from houses where our fathers were abusive, mentally and verbally, not really physically that much, but we got whoopings. And I don't know if I've ever talked about it here, but I do have a feeling and a theory about whoopings, but we won't get into it today. But they were definitely verbally and mentally abusive fathers. Even though we grew up with our fathers in the home, they were abusive. We both had children when we were teenagers. We did go to the same church when we grew up, and we had baby daddies who, weren't what we thought a father should be, even though we really didn't have any we really didn't know, we didn't have any expectations going into having sex with these boys, and then got mad because they didn't do something. I'm not really sure what that something was, but we can get into that whole conversation on another day if y'all like to have it. Anyway, most of what we're talking about was that, we just felt the mistreatment of our boyfriends who were also the fathers of our children. And, but as we started to get older, our interests never match. Like, we've never had a meal together. I don't think we've ever sat down and had a meal together in our entire, I'll give it friendship. And our entire friendship is, unless we ate at church. Like, there were times when they would have meals at church, and then when they had meals after church, we would eat then. But other than that, we've never had a meal. I've never been to a restaurant with her. I've never had dinner with her. We hit a point where I was just like, I don't even know if she had other friends. Like, are there friends? Who are those friends? Does she do things with those friends? I have no idea. And when that happened, we were over 30. And it was just that we were talking to each other. We would call each other and we would complain about our baby daddies, and we would complain about our baby daddies. And then I got to a point where I was just like, I don't even really know that dude no more. I'm not going to keep on talking about somebody I don't know. They clearly have not been in my life in a couple of years. So why am I still complaining about back then? Like, if the story is that he don't take care of his kids, if he ain't take care of his kids in 99, I don't need to say again in 2003, he don't take care of his kids. We already know that. I'll call you when he do. How about that? And so, because I didn't want to talk about my kid's father anymore, and I guess she didn't really have any more stories to tell about her kid's father anymore, the way that we were raising our children didn't seem to coincide with each other. And I can't even really tell you that we didn't have a lot of the same interests, because I just don't feel like we were sharing any of it with us. It was just like a drawback. So it was like one day, I don't know what it was for her, because we've never had a conversation, but there was just kind of a drawback of connection. It was just like, I'm not calling anymore. I'm not reaching out. If she reaches out, I'll answer the phone, but I'm not going to reach out anymore. And I think that she got to the same place too. Like, if she reaches out, I'll answer the phone, but whatever. So we never had a conversation to just say, this don't really work for us. But we never had an argument to be like, FUB, I don't want to talk to you anymore. And I was telling my friend present day that, you don't have to have an argument with her to decide that you're not going to keep reaching out to her every week, every month. The person that I was friends with back in the day, we send a text message for birthdays. We send a text message for Christmas. It's literally not a call. I think it could be a good 2-3 years and I never hear their voice. I don't see them. And we do live in the same city. We live in the same city and I never see them. I saw them one time. We have an amusement park in our city, and I one time I saw them at the amusement park. Was a quick glimpse. It was like, hey, and then we kept walking. Okay, it wasn't really a lot of conversation either. And I would have told people back then that was my best friend. My friend today would have told people that was one of their best friends. But they don't have anything in common today. They don't have any conversation about anything today where one person is not feeling like, when the other one is talking. And that's not a friend. So she has decided, I think one of the hardest things is to realize, to say, like, we're not friends anymore. Because we see all of these shows like Martin and Living Single, and I'm running a blank, but I'm sure there are other friend shows that are black where it's just, a group of friends and everybody's hanging out, and over each other's houses, and we think that that is what we're supposed to do. So we're supposed to have all these friends, and then you see these girl trips and these women with these big huge bridal parties, and we all think that that's what we're supposed to do. But really it's not. It is not, because as you grow and as a person, as you grow and you take your journey, everybody is not meant to go the entire way. And we're not taught that. We're taught that, like, oh, well, if they don't want to do, then they're backstabbing. No, the friendships are supposed to end. And a lot of times they're supposed to end before y'all get to that devastation. But because you insist on carrying everybody with you, you make, exceptions for some of the behaviors that they do, or you feel like, well, I mean, I know I see them doing that thing over there, but they're not going to do it to me because we friends. Or, you a little bit pride yourself in knowing that, or feeling like you're better than them because they do this thing and I don't do that. So like, I'm friends with them, but I'm a little bit better than that. I would never, type thing. When you should have said in those moments, like, it just kind of seemed like we're going down different roads, and I love you, but this don't really seem to be working for me. And that's a hard thing to do, because we have been trained to not look like a bad person, and telling a person that you don't want to be friends with them even though they haven't really done anything true to you seems like a bad person type thing. But it's not bad to say, okay, so since we're not doing these things, like, I saw one person did put up, I loved it, to say, in this present life that I'm living, I don't have the energy to entertain a lot of things that don't serve me. And although I love you to death, girl, I really do. I really love you and everything, and I wish the best for you. I probably won't be reaching out that much because, we just don't have a lot of things in common, and I don't want to make it feel like we have to force a thing anymore. Now, sometimes will that other person be mad at you? They might. But if they really had to think back, they realize, like, they really just hating on you because y'all not talking about nothing. Y'all don't do nothing. Y'all don't go nowhere. Like, why are we calling ourselves friends if we don't do anything? We don't go anywhere together. We don't have any things in common. Like, even if we don't go anywhere together, the things that you do, I can't celebrate them. I'm not like, oh my goodness, that is so amazing. That is so cool. If most of the time you're talking, you just like, why would you do that? Or you get off the phone and you like, oh my gosh, I just got the phone with so-and-so. She talking about she did X, Y, and Z. Why would she do that? That's dumb. I would never, like, if that's the conversation, that's not your friend. Y'all not friends no more. Y'all just not. If one of y'all likes to get, stupid drunk on the weekends, and the other one is trying to, like, do community service-based projects on the weekends, y'all never gonna get together because this one thinks that community service based projects is just like a waste of time or stupid, or they go into, I remember at one time my friend so and so said that she tried to do it, and they gave her to run around. They don't believe in what you doing. And if you feel like getting drunk on the weekends ain't for you, you feel like you don't believe in what they doing, why y'all still calling yourselves friends? If you feel like the kind of work they do is dumb, and they feel like the kind of work you do is pointless, why are y'all still friends? Because when y'all was in high school, y'all knew the same people? If you over 40 and you still talking to some people who just, you all are not serving each other. It's not just them. Sometimes when you feel like a person isn't serving you, you have to understand that you're probably not serving that person either. Even if you think you're better, or you think you're, doing more stuff, or if you feel like, you've leveled up more to them, whatever you're doing isn't serving them either. And if we're really not serving each other in this space, if we're not growing each other in this, if anything they doing is not helping to grow you, if anything you are doing is not helping you grow them, I know some of y'all want to be like, well, but I'm thinking like if they keep seeing me do, no, No, your kids didn't learn like that. Why do you think this person you didn't raise is about to learn from you in that way? You're not mentoring them. And so my question is, again, how do you end that with somebody you've known for a long time? And I say just with honesty. Just with honesty. Tell the person, have a nice talk, or send them a letter, or send them an email. If you want to be, cold, you can send an email. I feel like an email or a text message is cold, but I do feel like some people also can't handle the honesty of that, and they will want to try to like argue back. And so you think you better. So if you have one of those, and you've been friends with them for a long time, and you feel like that's how they're gonna come at you, and you don't feel like you can handle that kind of confrontation, when be honest about when you really think y'all stopped being friends, and you just been judging her the past couple of years. Why are you keeping that around in your life? I know they talk about spring cleaning, but we about to start. I feel like it may be time to start doing some things to clean up your life for the new year. And one of the things that we need to be honest about is releasing relationships that don't serve us. And some of y'all really do keep people around just so that you can feel better about yourself. 'Cause you're not like that. You don't do that. And some of y'all got to be honest. Y'all keep some people around because they have some drama and you like drama, but you don't want to be in drama, but you want to be in close proximity to drama. And that means you using them. Let's be honest. You're using them to keep being like, she stay in some mess. You just using them for entertainment for yourself. And that still is not your friend. You are not their friend. To be honest, you are not their friend. If every time you talking to them, when you get off that phone with them, you could call another friend and be like, child, let me tell you, I just got done talking to so-and-so. And you're not friends with them. You're not. They're not your friend. They are entertainment for you. And that's not nice. You should tell that person, at this present time in life, I'm trying to put my energy into a lot of things, and I don't want to be rude and lie and say that I have a lot of energy to give to you. I'm not saying that you are a lot of energy. I'm saying that I don't have the energy to give to you. And so I'll probably just be reaching out for birthdays and holidays right in through here. If things change, I'll amp it up. But for right now, that's the best I can do. And once that happens, a person will either be like, I feel the same way, so that's cool. Or they'll pop an attitude with you. And if they pop an attitude with you about it, then they really not your friend anyway. And y'all could go ahead on and be like, okay, well, I was trying to, let you know I could give you a little, happy birthday, Merry Christmas. And, just check in maybe once a year and be like, you good? What's going on with you? But if you don't want that, because that's all I have to offer right now, then we could go ahead on and let this go. Now, what I am also saying is that doesn't mean you will not mourn that for that relationship. And you got to give your time to mourn that. Like, be sad about it. Tell the person who you're actually friends with today, or your partner, if you are supported by one, emotionally supported by one. I hope you are. If you're not, we can have a talk about that on another day. But tell somebody, I'm really sad. Like, I really loved Keisha. I loved the connection that we had. Because, girl, in 97, we was everything. But today, we just not. And I'm just realizing it. And it's sad. Write it in your diary if you got to. Tell it to your therapist if you want to. But you have the right to mourn it. I'm not saying that you ended today and you just like, woo, wash my hands, I'm good, I'm done, it's over. What I am saying is it's okay to mourn it, but you don't need to continue it when it's not serving you anymore. Ending a friendship is not easy. When I first pulled back from the woman that I thought, I would have said was my best friend for years, when Like we never went over each other's house. We didn't like go to cookouts or barbecues or any family functions. We weren't invited to any things together. We had babies. I've never been to her house right after she had a baby to go just sit and, hang out. She never come to my house to be like, oh, let me see that baby. Like, it just didn't happen. But still, when I pulled back, I was sad because I felt like this person knew that part of me that when I meet somebody else, they won't know. But I had to realize that doesn't mean that part of me doesn't still exist. It does. And I don't need this person in my life present day to validate the fact that those things did exist. In high school, I had a best friend who was like the person that I actually spent time with, and I think that I would have been like, she's one of my best friends, but the person that I was in high school with was more of a friend with me. She came to my house, I stayed at her house. We had sleepovers, we had slumber parties, we fought together, not each other, but like in the streets and all that. I never talked to her today. Like every now and then on social media we'll connect, but in real life we never talk. That doesn't mean that those high school years didn't exist. That doesn't mean that, the fun we had didn't exist. But for some reason I was holding on to this other thing, and I think it was because we bonded over some traumas, and for some reason I felt like if I let her go, then I was letting those traumas go. And like she was attached to the traumas, even though she wasn't really a part of them. And it was just kind of like she was my journal. Ooh, I just got that, y'all. She was like the walking, living version of my journal. I had spilled my emotions into her at one point. And, because I had spilled my emotions into her, I didn't want to let that go. And maybe that speaks to some of y'all in the journals y'all actually have, because having it around, even if it really wasn't doing anything for me today, there was something that was keeping me like in a comfort zone having it. So when I let it go, I mourned. I was sad. And then I looked up one day and I was just like, I'm good. I still have present day friends. I'm still creating memories now. And I'm not walking around wondering why they don't want to do that stuff with me. Anything and anytime there is change, it is not easy. But if you understand going in that it's about to be different and it ain't going to feel good for a minute because change is hard, but I'm going to be on the other side planning to be good, it's doable. I don't want to labor y'all. I don't want to hold y'all too much longer because I made some chili today. Because when it get warm, when the autumn comes, we want to go ahead on and be honest. We want to go ahead on and put on a pot of chili. I made a pot of chili yesterday. I let that thing simmer, and I'm a firm believer in wait until the next day to actually eat my chili. So it's ready. Okay, I'm about to pack some of that up so I can get myself ready to go to work today, and just have a wonderful one. Y'all remember, I'm on social media all the time. So check it out. I'm heavy on TikTok. I'm heavy on Instagram. If you want to see any of the pictures from Dinner on Blanc, I'm on Instagram. If you want to see any of the pictures from when I did a little bit of Halloween pregame with my grandson and my daughters, check it out on Instagram. If you don't know my Instagram, it's in the show notes. It's in the details. It's down there. If you don't know my TikTok, it's in the same place. Okay. If you want to go ahead on and support some of this birthday situation, hit up that Cashapp. I'm not ashamed to plug it today. But guys, make sure, don't forget, breast cancer is very serious. Schedule y'all's mammograms and drink your water, cause even in the autumn, even though it's not hot outside, you still need to stay hydrated. And if you over 40, start looking into taking vitamins. You need some. That's why you're sluggish and you're tired. You keep on eating chicken wings and you're not drinking water and taking vitamins. Then that's the harsh reality that your friends need to tell you. I'm your friend. I'm your friend and I'm letting you know. Anyway, guys, it's been really good talking to you again. It's me, Danny, and you've been listening to the Just Saying podcast.